Hi everyone, this is Niharika Singh, the GenSec of the Biology Society, and I welcome you all to the second session of our book discussion club. And the book that we have chosen is The Sixth Extinction by Elizabeth Kolbert, and we will be discussing the third and fourth chapter of this book today. So before we move ahead with the discussion, I would like to bring one thing to your notice. Today is the 23rd of August, and it is a special day. Today is the birth anniversary of Sir Georges Cuvier. He was the founding father of paleontology. So we honor him for his contributions in the field of biology. Okay, I have another interesting. I think I'll ask that. So if you were given a chance to go back in time, then which extinct species would you try to bring back?
I would bring back dinosaurs.
This is about extinction. Oh, interesting.
Sakshi, there are almost 5 movies, and they say this is not a good idea.
But why would
Velociraptor.
dinosaurs, Sakshi? Like why?
What? Sorry?
Why dinosaurs in particular?
I don't know. I mean, I think what if dinosaurs were friendly to humans? What if dinosaurs and humans were friends?
Interesting.
So you would make one pet.
I'm saying about friends, not pet.
So you'll coexist. Like तेरे घर के पास में
Yeah.
एक ही टीरेक्स रह रहा है और एक उससे दूसरी वाली साइड में दूसरा रह रहा है, ऐसा कुछ?
Honestly, if I really had to choose, guys, honestly, if I really had to choose, I'd probably bring back a saber-toothed cat cub. Because, it will make a really cool pet.
Wow.
Wow.
The Ice Age one. The tiger.
Ah, why?
Okay, so yeah.
Hi, Ayan. We were just discussing the question कि अगर तुम्हें chance मिला वापस time में जाने का, तो which extinct species would you like to bring back?
Karan said dodo. That's a nice one. Nice answer. Okay, so since no one wants to bring anything back from the past, let's continue with the event. Sakshi will summarize us through the book first for those who might not have attended the last event or may not have focused that much. She will lead us through the summary of the book.
Yep. So, as we are having today's discussion on chapter 3 and 4, I would like to brief out chapter 3. As scientists, in chapter 3, there is more discussion on the theories that were applied for extinction. As scientists became more aware of extinction, they came up with two main theories that were catastrophism and uniformitarianism. So this chapter starts with an introduction to the term catastrophist that was coined by William Whewell. Whewell grouped almost all scientists as catastrophists except one, Charles Lyell. He termed Charles Lyell as an uniformitarian. Okay, so Lyell was a young geologist and he was friends with Cuvier, but he contradicted Cuvier's theory of Earth's history and defied the facts of the occurrence of cataclysm. According to him, everything that happened was the result of slow processes over millennia, and so was his notion of extinction, that extinction was gradually occurring even in the present. So Lyell suggested that if species went extinct, they would once again pop up. So यार मतलब मैंने जब ये पढ़ा ना, I was like यहाँ पे द मम्मी चल रहा है क्या कि extinct species Don't you guys think it is like that? Look, how could Sphinx species be back on Earth? So he published his works in a book called Principles. As we move ahead in the book, there is another great personality discussed. Anyone who can guess who it is? Okay, I'll tell. The father of evolution, Charles Darwin. Now, Charles Darwin was very young when his journey into field of biology began. It was when he was on a voyage of 5 years on the ship named Beagle. There on the voyage, he read Lyell's book Principles, and he so firmly believed in that Lyell's principle that wherever he noticed a geological phenomena, he would relate it to Lyell's principles. But soon he became a firm follower of Lyell's principle. But when he studied the coral reefs, the barrier coral reefs, he gave a study, and Darwin outlied Lyell because, according to him, the coral reefs grew more upward as the land began sinking. So, as Darwin explored the world, it seemed more Lyellian to him. But then again, when am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, as Darwin studied different species and he noticed the extinction and evolution of species, he related the two ideas that as the species went extinct and as they evolved, there was a balance in the nature. So, he came up with the idea of natural selection, and it was like survival of the fittest for him. So, what do you guys think about evolution? Or do you think it is really true that as species evolved, they went extinct? Do you guys agree? One guy
There's
speak
only
up.
the natural order of things that as more species evolve, the other ones will go extinct.
The species that are not compatible with like when how things are changing, then they definitely will go extinct.
But also this word evolve, it is very misrepresented. Like actually वो मतलब यही होता है कि some accidental mutation happened और जो वो category थी, in case they have some benefit over others, so they will survive, the rest will die out. So this is actually what is natural selection. But evolution से like वो Lamarck वाला जो point है वो emphasis हो जाता है. Like this word particularly evolution, like species evolved, this misrepresents what actually happened in the nature.
Evolution is a broader term and natural selection is a part of it.
I agree.
So, in this book, the author, Elizabeth Colbert, she visits the Icelandic Museum of Natural History to learn about the great auks, an extinct bird that died out in the 19th century. At the museum, she sees fossils belonging to the great auk. The great auk was a large bird, almost 3 feet tall, that resembled a penguin. It had tiny wings and couldn't fly. It once lived in places as different as Norway, Italy, and Florida, the region now known as Newfoundland, which was one full of great auks too. Great auks were excellent swimmers and spent most of their life in water. However, human beings hunted great auks into extinction. Like, for example, in America, the local tribesmen and European fishermen, they used auks for food. Charles Darwin believed that no human being had ever witnessed the emergence of a new species, but this chapter demonstrates that humans have, at the very least, witnessed the extinction of an old species without even realizing it. The story of an auk, in sense, supports Darwin's notion of the nature as a battlefield for resources, though Darwin did not, devote much time to the idea that one species might exploit another species out of existence. Like, like this reminds me of the food cycle, like the food chain, like we used to study in school, right? Like if one of the animals becomes extinct, it will disturb the whole cycle and everything. So that's what Charles Darwin also hinted at. He also seems to have understood that humans could play a role in the extinction of a species. For example, he noticed that human beings in Galapagos Islands were overhunting the native tortoises, causing them to die out quickly. However, Darwin, for all his brilliance, didn't see the big picture. He didn't realize that human beings were responsible for the extinction of different animals. Also, Darwin was clearly aware of the human caused extinction. He seems to have not found it a serious or troubling phenomenon. Like he conceived human beings of, as fundamentally subjected to the same laws of natural selection as all other animals. I hope you all guys are aware of what natural selection is. So, as he even recognized that human intelligence was just an evolutionary adaptation, similar to a lion's claws or a fin's beak. And yet, Darwin seemed not to understand that humans were unique among animals in one way. They were the only animals who caused other animals to go extinct. Furthermore, the fact that the humans could cause other animals to suddenly go extincted suggested Cuvier was right, that is, cataclysmic events play a major role in extinction. However, in the book later, the author argues that human beings are fundamentally different from other species, that they alter their environment and cause their species to die out. So that was it about the first chapter. Here we are moving on to a quick break.
Okay. Before we take this break, I would like to mention one thing. There was a book mentioned in the last part of this chapter, a book written by Jules Verne named A Journey to the Center of the Earth. And this book has a superb movie made on it. Have any one of you watched that movie?
Yeah.
Nope. Haven't.
I think there were two parts of that movie.
Well, what happens
Guys,
in the
I
movie?
would recommend you watch this movie. It's fantastic.
Okay, what
It is a
happens in the
movie based on the life of a geologist. Yeah,
Yeah.
So through some cave or something, they go towards the inner part of the earth, maybe I think below the crust, and they discover that there is another new ecosystem over there, which is like a millions and millions of years old. So the dinosaurs are there, and all other various species that we can't even imagine in the present earth.
Okay, cool. So this movie is Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think there's two movies on this. They are slightly different.
Okay. So quickly moving to the first and the only break of our event. In this break, we're going to organize a short, fun, quick activity, which is my favorite part of the event. So Niharika, would you like to share your screen?
Yeah, sure. Before that, did any of you all read the book? Like, do you also have any questions?
Don't say no, people.
Yeah, only the teachers are fine.
In the third chapter, at some places, it was very funny. Some instances, like Lyell told Darwin that Darwin out-Lyelled him. So that was very... and also that picture where some ichthyosaur or something, reptiles are discussing. I forgot what exactly the context was. But I think Lyell also made a joke on that as well, somewhere in the text. I don't remember.
Also, this phrase in the book, my own personal piece of planetary disaster. In chapter 3 or 4, I guess. My own personal piece of planetary disaster.
that is in the next chapter, I guess. So let's not reveal it now.
Ayan was saying something.
I read 15
No.
pages.
Again.
Wow. So which chapter are you on? Like chapter
First.
1? Yeah. Okay, cool. At least someone is reading the book. Like most of the people are not. Whatever. So let's quickly move to the game. I was so eager for this game. Come
Shreya,
on, Niharika, please show.
explain the game first, then I'll share my screen.
Okay, so in this game, we are going to show you a word search. You have there are some words in the book directly. So what you have to do is we'll have a timer for you guys. So you have to search the maximum number of words as you can in that amount of time and PM me in the chat box all the answers. The one who answers me all the questions correctly and in the least amount of time will get a prize. From that Niharika will reveal later, but Niharika, please, so come on. We are so eager for the game. Come on.
Okay, so
And those who think this on YouTube, you can comment it below in the comments.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Don't spam the chat box with Vinod, alright? Do write the
Exactly,
answer.
please.
What is the time limit? I'll start sharing my screen when we start the timer.
Yeah, so
Okay, start at 3:10. 1 minute ago.
the timer for the game would be 45 seconds. Make sure to PM me. Don't write in the chat box for everyone. So it won't be a fair game and a fair winner would not be selected. And this time, thankfully, I have not selected anyone in particular to read the paragraph. So maybe later, it's all cool. So
People will thank you, Shreya, for that.
I think we can
Yeah.
increase the time limit a bit. I think let's keep it 1 minute 30 seconds, and those who can find the maximum number of words and PM it to Shreya in that time, that person will be the winner, and what will be the prize will be announced in the end. So wait and watch.
yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
Niharika, control. Don't reveal it now.
Okay, I'll share my screen now.
Make sure you PM me, guys. Make sure. Otherwise, you will be disqualified. Then don't tell me that you didn't get a chance. No cheating, all right.
Exactly, guys. Don't cheat.
Okay.
My screen.
So yeah, it's visible.
So this is the crossword.
So
I'm starting the time. I've started
so
it.
it will be
1
okay, guys.
30 seconds.
I'm waiting for the answers. Come on.
What do we have to tell? Can you repeat the rules again?
Oh God. Rhythm, you have to
Come
search
on.
the words which have been directly taken from the book into the crossword, into the word search, and you have to PM me. Don't reveal
At works
chat
too?
box. You have to find
Tell
out
me
the words
80
which
at
are
works
written
too.
in the word
It's in
search.
the book somewhere.
Just try finding words. They will
Come
be
on. I've started getting the answers. Wow.
40 seconds up.
Well, let's see. Let's wait for everyone. Oh my God. Narika is so happy, like, for revealing the winner. Come on, people, come on. Answers. Don't look at your phones, please. Wow.
15 seconds to go.
Oh my God. So many people.
Five seconds.
Wait. Let's just keep them coming. Let's just keep them coming because
All right.
there are some more words that people might want to answer.
Come on, people, use your brains.
Wow. Finally, you work your brain cells. It's not like the previous game.
How much time is left? I'm typing it in a single message.
People PM me in the Zoom chat box, not a WhatsApp. WhatsApp. DMing me in the WhatsApp. I'm like, come
Fine.
on. Okay, one more chance. You can PM me in the chat box. So many people have got, like, I put some really hard words and people have found those as well. No spamming in the messages, please.
Are you getting the words, people?
Niharika, you can also answer.
I already know.
चलो एक try. Like, तुम्हें भी कोई prize दे देंगे हम.
I am giving the prize and you are giving the prize to me.
Don't reveal.
Okay.
Come on. Okay, 30 seconds to go. Quick answers, everyone. Make sure you give the correct spellings. Wow. Okay. 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
That's not fair.
2, 1, 1, 1, 1.
All right.
1,
Let's stop.
1, 1. Any answers?
Okay, so stop sending up.
So many people. Wow.
And now, do you guys want to see?
Give you the answers. We'll give you the answers in the end, not right now. So
You can give them right now. We'll announce the prize in the end. Otherwise,
नहीं बाद में एक साथ करेंगे.
thinking about this only. All right, so
Yeah.
I am revealing the answers. There you go.
So like people, like अब तक पता चल गया होगा किसने क्या लिखा है किसने क्या नहीं. Yeah, so many answers.
Everyone
Neologism.
कि किसने कौन कौन से words find कर लिए थे.
It was an easy game. Come on. Like अब तुम्हें spellings नहीं आती तो उसमें हम कुछ कर नहीं सकते. But
You knew
was
the
easy.
answer. It was easy for you.
Yeah.
I don't know the meaning of
Like
two
I read
words.
the book. So,
First
yeah.
one is the last one. Neologism, pejorative.
Yeah. They were kind of,
Neologism
yeah.
is basically a new word a word that has been newly coined. Pejorative means basically in a derogatory sense. Like it's, for example, if someone says कि हाँ भाई तुम तो बहुत ही महान हो, they're actually saying it sarcastically. They're saying it in a pejorative manner. Like they're saying it in a negative manner for you, right?
Okay.
But
And
pejorative doesn't
pejorative?
actually mean sarcastic. It actually means something which is derogatory or something which is not intended in a good way.
Okay.
So many people have answered.
I want
Many answers are really
to
cool.
tell कि how was the activity?
Yeah. Like, was it fun? Unlike the previous time.
It was fun the previous time as well. Like people were rushing.
No, I could see the
was able to get
messages.
fewer for words.
You should have seen the messages I faced. Like people were like, हमसे क्यों बढ़वाया? ठीक है, कोई नहीं. This one was fun. Next time it will be more fun. We have already planned it. So, all right, moving on to the second chapter of the book. Like the fourth chapter. Not second.
First, let's hear from the people how was the activity. They liked it. Some of you can tell. Admiral, you can-
Anyone wants to say anything?
It was fun.
nice.
Marika, what's the prize?
Will be revealed in the end.
Not so soon. Not so soon.
We don't know the winner yet, so wait.
Even I don't know the winner yet. Like, देखना पड़ेगा कौन चीज है कौन नहीं.
Okay,
Like
you
this was a very fair game for the people who might have read the book. They must know कि ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. Oh God. That will take into your feedback. So ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि ये words हमने खुद से बनाए थे. ये सारे डायरेक्ट बुक से लिए थे. So no one can accuse us कि ये कुछ और थे.
I'm accusing you.
So quickly on to the हाँ.
No one is accusing you.
No, like, see, in the feedback form, I'll just get something else. Okay, so moving on to the final chapter for today's event. The most famous extension in the history is the extension of dinosaurs millions of years ago. Like, of course, it is the most talked about. While many school children grew up hearing that an asteroid killed the dinosaurs, such a theory was controversial only for 40 years and unheard of a century ago. About this, related to the extinction of dinosaurs, a geologist named Walter Alvarez, he published a paper based on the extinction of dinosaurs, in which he argued that the true killer wasn't the asteroid itself, it was the dust that the asteroid threw into the Earth's atmosphere. The dust, or a more scientific term was used to explain it, bolide, was differently hot and it moved around the Earth at a phenomenal speed, blotting out the sun and either scorching out or smothering most of the planet's population. Large creatures like the dinosaurs were the first to go. The mass extinction of the dinosaurs brings up a concept of preservation potential, which means a way of measuring the likelihood that a species will go extinct. Scientists can approximate a species' preservation potential by measuring its population, the number of different places where the species lives, and the overall composition of the species. So, this chapter basically shows the vagaries of natural selection, where some people have interpreted the theory as suggesting linear progress, in which nature consistently selects the best traits. The story of the Ammonites and the Nautiluses, which you might have gone through if you have read the book, shows that the natural selection is more random than that. The mass extinction at the end of the Cretaceous period turned the small, fragile Ammonite eggs, once evolutionary advantages for the mobility, into a liability that made the species extinct. In this book, the author, Elizabeth Colbert, she analyzes Alvarez's theory of the dinosaurs' extinction, in which she exemplifies the differences between catastrophism and uniformitarianism, which Sakshi discussed a while ago in the previous chapter. Crucially, it also demonstrates that the two theories can coexist. For many millions of years ago, ammonites, dinosaurs, and other animals had competed in the slow, gradual process of natural selection, but the arrival of an asteroid altered the natural selection process, making it impossible to survive on the Earth. This shows that a melding of the two paradigms that seemed at one time to be at odds, another way that scientific thought that can evolve. So, in the end, the author concludes that due to the sudden changes in the habitat of various species of ammonites, the evolutionary advantages became disadvantages, and that's how we end the chapter. Next, Niharika, would you like to say something?
I was thinking about one question, that do you guys think humans will be the downfall of humans?
Yes.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, only humans keep a population control on other humans. We don't have other species. We haven't, like, above our food chain that are controlling our own species in population terms.
We've already affected so many species, so it's not far-fetched to to assume that we will probably affect our own fate as well. So what is an evolutionary advantage for us right now, perhaps a opposable thumbs or whatever, might in the future become a disadvantage, for example, when we become an interplanetary civilization or something like that.
Exactly. I totally believe that humans will lead to their own extinction.
And also like if we see कि हम जब रात को लॉक लगा के सोते हैं so we are not fear हम किसी और स्पीशीज से नहीं डर रहे हम अपने ह्यूमन स्पीशीज से ही डर रहे हैं कि वो ना अंदर आ जाए.
Yeah.
See, downfall of human beings is just not valid to it's just not limited to the topic of extension or evolution. Like अगर technology के terms में देखें, while we use social media, so there are online trolls, like ऐसे भी हो सकता है, like that's a different perspective, but I'm just telling. So here we wind up today's BD session. I hope you all had fun.
Yeah. So this point that so some traits can be advantageous at particular time and the same things can be disadvantageous at other point of time. So that's a very deep point. So like she gave the example of Ammonites there. So similarly, so like there is also some discussion of rats. I don't know if it is in the this chapter or in some other chapter that rats are like spreading everywhere. So maybe they have some if some catastrophic thing happens. So
No, not in these two chapters. It's not in these two chapters.
Oh. So maybe then I'll reserve that for some other discussion.
Okay, before we announce the winner, I would like to ask one question. In the fourth chapter, as Shreya mentioned, there was one geologist who researched the geological phenomena in Google town, and he worked with an Italian geologist, Isabel. Now, she was an expert on Fominifera. Anyone who can tell what is Fominifera?
So they are tiny cephalopods that are relatives of both ammonites and nautiluses.
Yeah, as Partha said, sorry, my net connection was weak. And there was one Fominifera mentioned in the previous chapter as well, chapter 3. Anyone who remembers his name?
I didn't get the question. Fominifera what?
Fominifera is a person who is not expert or has knowledge about the ammonite species and all.
Okay.
No. I said that a foraminifera is one of those. It's one of the tiny species that are related to both ammonites and to nautiluses. That's what I said. I'm not sure if it's a title given to a person. What I said was it's basically a fossil of those tiny organisms.
Yeah. So in the previous chapter, there was an expert on Fominifera mentioned as well. Anyone who can tell his name? Okay, I'll tell the name. His name was Gudmundsson, and he was the manager of the museum where Darwin visited to saw the last carcass of the great auk. So now Shreya announce the winner.
Acha, वैसे
People were raising their hands.
Yeah, no one checks my message. Oh, me.
So who was in this chapter? You said in the previous chapter there was the museum guy. So in the fourth chapter, who is the one?
It's Italian geologist Isabella.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I have a question for everyone. So what do you think that what catastrophic event will happen today that will wipe out humanity, but some other species will remain? So what natural phenomena, like what environmental conditions should be there that we humans are affected the most?
Floods.
Sorry.
Floods.
Yeah.
Then land
So
animals will also be affected.
But any environmental condition, any natural calamity, it will affect the other species as well, along with the humans. So I don't
Karan,
think.
I would say
virus
virus.
with HIV, TB.
Good answer, Karan. Wow, great answer.
Yeah.
I was thinking of World War III. Everyone killed each other.
But won't it be
क्या क्या
like
क्या
very
About
specific?
him.
I was thinking World War III would end humans.
No.
Before that,
can-
coronavirus and humans, the novel coronavirus is going to end humans.
Definitely.
Global coronavirus. Yeah, global.
Novel.
For being global.
I would say a more transmissible version of Ebola.
World War cannot end the humanity. You know, the First World War, also known as the War to End all the wars, it ended nothing but resulted into the Second World War.
But if World War
Nice accent, Harmilan.
humanity, this means that humanity has already ended.
Humanity has ended?
No,
What?
not yet.
Yeah.
Philosophically, we can say that humanity bachi nahi.
Terms of philosophy.
This actually
Like,
Humans
reminds
are
me
there,
of the
but
Fallout
humanity is not
games.
there.
Fallout 4 and all those games from Bethesda. Fallout.
Yeah, in
वैसे
every
भी इंसानियत नहीं रही.
we saw that what Karan is saying, वैसे भी इंसानियत नहीं है. Okay. I was saying that in evolution also, I don't remember exactly, but I think Cro-Magnon or Neanderthal, like they had a very large brain capacity, and then as the brain capacity was too large, so like they used their brain too much, and then they started
No,
killing
actually, I know
then
that.
answer.
Yeah,
It wasn't the Cro-Magnon, you know.
yeah,
It was the Homo sapiens only, but just you can say the first stage of Homo sapiens. They had the cranial capacity about the 1450. We are usually having 1400.
yeah.
So 15 points were more in their cranial capacity. They are said to be more intelligent than us.
They were more intelligent than us, but then they did not use their
They suddenly vanished.
way. They
No reason has been
against
so far discovered.
themselves, and then it led to their downfall.
Who? Sorry, I got disconnected.
The Cro-Magnon had a very large cranial capacity of around 1500 cc, right, Harmilan?
No, it wasn't Cro-Magnon. Cro-Magnons have around 990.
Then who was it?
It was the Homo sapiens. Like we are the Homo sapiens sapiens, they were just Homo sapiens, you know.
Does
Yeah,
They
anyone
had about 1450.
11th and 12th?
Karan is saying cranial capacity is not equivalent to intelligence. Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, that is also true.
Like elephants have more number of neurons than humans, but it's like we have in the prefrontal cortex, humans have more in number. They are having more in cerebrum and the places.
Wow, that's great. Shreya, we are all waiting for the winner.
Yeah, I'll just.
How will Shreya announce the winner already along with the prize?
Where's
Right.
prize?
I'm pretty sure I'm the winner.
Okay, so most of the people answered correct ones. Like ऐसा भी था, like कुछ लोगों को कुछ पता नहीं था. कुछ लोग ऐसे भी थे जो solicited में ही confused होकर रह गए थे. कोई नहीं, we'll give them a chance as well. Also, okay, so काफी लोगों ने आंसर दिया था. काफी लोगों का आंसर सही भी नहीं था. So,
Come on, tell Shreya.
excited, build up करते हैं. Like, let's wait for, let's create some
Let's
suspense.
not.
Like, किसको लगता है कि कौन जीता है? Who thinks वो जीता है?
So the winner.
हाँ. Harmilan.
Okay.
Okay, Harmilan.
Let's.
कितने आंसर दिया Harmilan?
तेरी सोच से परे है.
Wow, Harmilan is
Harmilan
definitely
winner?
not the winner. Okay, moving on. Who thinks कि किसने आंसर दी? चलो, let's kill the buzz already because जो Harmilan ने कर दिया है. Let's give it up for the first winner-up, and
Guys, only
that
one
person
is
is.
what is it?
यार थोड़ा suspense तो बनाने दो. Like winner-up, drum rolls,
Num
anyone?
num 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 num. और
No.
Yeah, guys.
Okay, so the winner is.
Come
The
on.
winner or the
Winner up. Like the second position. So there is like अभी भी टाइम है, कोई मुझे चैट बॉक्स में प्लीज कर देगा तो मैं मान जाऊंगी, बट
come
बोल
on.
तो रहा हूँ यार, मैं मान ही नहीं रही थी.
इग्नोरिंग हरमिलन वेरी स्विफ्टली. कोई और अभी प्लीज बोलना चाहता है कि नहीं? टाइम है.
Harmilan.
बंधन पार्थ सर.
लेट्स वेट. और कोई नहीं? किसी को आया दिमाग में?
Monica?
ओके, द फर्स्ट विनर अप is
Come on.
अक्कर बक्कर बम्बे को से बता देती हूँ. So the first winner up is
Not
Ayan Khan. So give it
Thank
up for
you.
Ayan. Yay.
Oh.
virtual taps.
Any,
Thank you.
speech you want to give? Like winning speech, no?
Just thank you. It was a fun activity. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I want to thank your friends and the readers and Sakshi,
Thank you,
especially.
Shreya. Thank you, Sakshi, Niharika, Parth, Vandan.
Yeah.
How many got corrected?
Well, मैंने तो ध्यान से नहीं देखा because at the first position there are two winners, like the main two winners. I can say that he got almost 8 or 9 correct, Ayan. So the first position goes to two people. So
Alphabetically A पहले आता है तो अयान ही विनर है ना. बात खत्म.
Wow,
ठीक है.
what a logic.
कुछ भी.
So कुछ भी वाला जेफ हम बाद में हरमिलन को पोस्ट कर देंगे. So the first winner is Karan Sharma and Parthasati Singh. So clapping.
We have two winners. Wow.
They got most of them correct.
Happiness.
Niharika, would you like to announce what have they won? Like you were waiting for this moment. I know. Just 2 weeks.
बताओ.
For the winner.
Okay, so you guys know that we have an Insta page on Insta only. So
पहले follow कर लेना.
yeah, follow कर लेना because we will be putting up the winners on our Insta page and you guys can share that on your personal page as well. So you are going to get a shout out.
Nice.
So
But make sure to follow TBS, वरना ऐसे shout out का क्या फायदा? Like तुम share ही नहीं कर सकते हो, क्या फायदा? Please follow the Instagram page of TBS and also subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like the drill, like, share, subscribe. Like I'm not a YouTuber, but that's how it works.
Hit that bell icon.
yeah.
Please do.
Yeah,
Okay, well, Niharika, would you like to say something?
Yeah, first of all, I would like to thank Shreya and Sakshi for this amazing session because, it was really fun and the activity I enjoyed the activity a lot. So thank you for that. And most of the people did not read the book, but then it did not get boring for us. We can see that all of us have stayed till the end. So secondly, I would like to thank everyone else who took out the time to attend this book discussion. So you guys enjoyed it?
Especially Mr. T-Rex.
Yeah. And I liked how Rhythm explained, Rhythm explained that to Sakshi कि तेरे घर के एक साइड T-Rex रह रहा है, एक साइड दूसरा डायनासोर रह रहा है. That was a funny thing.
I'll be having the greatest neighbors in the world.
Yeah, actually.
So
you guys learned some new things through this book discussion. And those who just registered for the book discussion and are interested in our society can also join the society. We have a WhatsApp group for our society in which we keep sharing bio-related stuff like some videos or articles, and then we sometimes also have discussions on them. So it gets really interesting, and if you're open to a lot of knowledge, then this place is the one for you. So I'll put the form for the society in a membership form for the society in the chat box, and if you guys are interested, then you can fill it up and share it with your friends as well.
Yeah. And I hope you all had fun as much as we did. Today was a short one, taking into consideration the feedback that we received in our feedback form last time. Also, the feedback form is already in the chat box. I've left the link for you. किसी को भी अगर कोई भी कंप्लेंट हो कि मैं फर्स्ट क्यों आया सेकंड क्यों आया मैं कुछ जीता क्यों नहीं, so you can fill it out in the feedback form. Also, Harmilan is also already disappointed, so you can, the feedback form is especially for you, Harmilan. You can fill whatever you want to fill. Also, a very genuine request to everyone. We as readers, me and Sakshi, and even the organizers for the event, we genuinely wait for your feedback, for your honest feedback. So it would be really helpful and encouraging for us if you take just 2 minutes out of your precious time and just fill the form. It will be a quick, fun, short form, so you can fill it up. And also the membership form is in the chat box, which Niharika left already. Also, मैं भी किसी को shout out दे देती हूँ because of course the organizers, they have worked so hard. So of course Niharika and Kashish, who is not present at the moment with us, like in the event.
Yeah.
Kudos to you guys. You enjoyed, you organized it and enjoyed it, and you made it so easier for us, like me and Sakshi. And also thank you so much, Sakshi, my co-reader, for bearing with me throughout the event and behind the scenes as well. Also, please make sure to fill the feedback form, guys. Please, please. It's a quick, short form. Please fill it up. And hope you guys read at least one page for the next BD discussion. At least one page. That's what I like. इतना तो मैं मांग ही सकती हूँ. Like just a page. How?
Really, guys, please fill out the feedback form, because it is because of your feedback that we can improve and we can get to know what our audience wants. So
Yeah.
please do feedback form.
Special mention to the readers भी दे सकते हो, कोई problem नहीं है. और yeah, so उसमें भी कोई problem नहीं है. निहारिका को भी दे देना, उसने तुम्हें shout out दिया था, जिसको भी वो देने वाली है. And कोई भी complaints, कोई भी demands, कोई भी problem हो इस event में, of course we had to prepone the event because of some other commitments, some ISEC commitment that we already have. But of course next time we'll make it sure that we organize the event at the same time, that is the standard time, 5 p.m. every Sunday. Please read the book, at least a page. All right, so hope you guys had fun.
On the chapters 5 and 6, so you guys can go ahead and do that in the coming week.
Yeah. और जो लोग अभी हाँ बोले कि वो पढ़ेंगे, वो पढ़ के आना.
And सच में
तुम लोग जानते हो कि I always read and I read the book for fun.
Yeah. See, Bandhan and Parthasarathy have just left the readers behind. Like, they should be the readers of this event. Like, they are, I don't know which, like, towards the ending of the book, and I'm like halfway through the book. So, oh God. ठीक है, कोई नहीं. So, hope you guys had fun and enjoyed the event as much as we did. Make sure to fill the feedback form, please, please, please. और मुझे कुछ याद नहीं आ रहा बोलने के लिए, so
guys, you
signing off
and tell your final comments.
Vladimir Putin joined. अच्छा शानदार.
All right. Bye bye guys. I'm ending the meeting. It was fun.
Yeah.
Hope to see you on Monday.
Bye people.